You white walkers ain't washing y'all legs. Y'all already know what time it is. I got the black V-neck on. What's going on, y'all? It's time for another Kingarees TV video. Girl, y'all know I love to sing. I know it has been almost 2 weeks since I've done a Kingarees TV video. So much has been going on. I just got back from Memphis. I went to go see my cousin's graduation. Shout out to her. She graduated a year before she was supposed to. Intelligent 3.4.0 student. I don't know what she got. I think she's 4.0. And I'm just so happy for her. Like when you see like black kids and all the stuff life has thrown at them and an additional extra stuff, I'm just so happy to see my cousin just walk across that stage. I was just so proud of her. I gave her a couple of dollars, girl. You know, there's a lot of students and stuff been asking for a couple of dollars and stuff. I just wish I had a lot of money. I wish I had $40 million to get 400 students at Morehouse. Like, I wish I had that. So much to talk about. A lot of the stuff I'm gonna be talking about, we have already talked about on For the Culture Podcast. A lot of other stuff we're gonna go in depth talking about, so y'all make sure y'all stay in tune. Wednesday. First of all, shout out to all of my channel members who have signed up and are getting exclusive content and stuff over at the YouTube channel. Y'all listening, I appreciate y'all so much for supporting the channel. If you want to support, click the link, support the channel, and get into it. And I'm also working on my blooper videos. There's so much stuff I'm working on behind the scenes that I'm doing, honey. Like people have asked for blooper videos and stuff. Y'all know I've been having outtakes, so I'm putting it all, doing a Q&A, and the people who are signed up for channel membership will be able to call in on Wasted Wednesday starting this Wednesday. Girl, a lot. So let's get to the tea. Why y'all do Foxy Brown like that? Foxy Brown performed in New York for Kandi's Dungeon Tour thing or whatever, and Kandi had to come and kind of save Foxy Brown, because Foxy Brown was out there rapping with them damn sheer curtains on her face.
So you like the waist? By the way, baby boy, would you like the taste? Now let me tell you what I do on my license plate. Let's go, I'll take the dream out the toilet for the moment.
Hold on.
You gotta respect my girl. Let her take the mask off. Y'all gotta respect my girl. Cause she kills shit.
Video started circulating of, you know, Foxy Brown getting booed. And I really did want to watch it, because I was like, Foxy has had all, like, Foxy is good, but that was not good. Keep it cute, sis. Keep it on mute, sis. Sis came out, ooh, mute was the wrong choice of words. As you all know, Foxy Brown has experienced some hearing loss like several years ago, and it went unchecked. She didn't really do anything about it. But now, like, I think she had surgery, and sis came out like, I was confused, like, where's the energy? And even when the guy had tried to get her to come back, like, she couldn't find out what was going off. She was off. You know, she did a song with Nicki Minaj, Coco Chanel, and the beat of Coco Chanel on Queen, it was cute, but Foxy just sounded like she was off beat, and she just can't hear it. And like, it's not funny, but Kandi, I respect Kandi for coming out saying, hey, y'all gotta be good to my sis, but the crowd at that point knew they were controlling it, and like, it was nothing they can do. And then the DJ, I think it was DJ A1, if I'm not sure, DJ A1 started playing Lil' Kim. Girl, that was so messy. That was very messy. It was disrespectful, and it made Kandi kind of look bad to play Lil' Kim afterwards. Like, we all have our moments where we kind of like have that going on, and Foxy Brown like was one. I think Foxy Brown probably need to take a break for a little minute. Sis wanted to come out there and keep her corn, but the girls was like, no sis, because we went to concerts with you and you ain't show up, and we went to like stuff that you was supposed to be at and you didn't do it, so screw you. So they started booing sis off the stage. Like, they booed sis off the stage, and they did not want her to come back. I felt so bad for Foxy Brown. It literally took me an hour to watch it, because I was watching it like in seconds. Like, I was like, I cannot, because when they started to boo, I said, oh my God, it's only gonna get louder, because it's a herd mentality at that point. Like, sis, if one person do it, I'm gonna do it, And we all gonna do it because we know we can control it. And sis had to get taken off the stage, and I felt so bad for her. Hopefully, you know, she still got the check from Kandi. So let's get some of that old stuff out the way. Y'all know there was a tweet about a week ago of this white woman saying that she doesn't see the reason to wash her legs. She just doesn't understand why I gotta wash my legs. Like, girl, it's environmentally unfriendly. Like, no man, I'm not doing that. Like, I'm not washing my legs. We started the conversation about white people not washing their legs, and a lot of people had questions. And I had to think for a second, because when I got in the shower later on after the conversation, I was like, girl, did I forget to wash my legs? As a person who is working from home, I will be honest, I don't take as many baths as everybody else. You take that with you will, girl, they gonna call me funky and shit. I don't take, some people take baths 2 or 3 times a day. Like, I can understand, especially when in the summer you getting out in the heat and stuff, walking back and forth and, you know, being in different environments, I can understand that. But somebody who works at home, like, I don't do that. Like, I take a bath in the morning time. Some people take a bath before they go to bed. It just depends on the day. So I can understand some stuff, you know, being environmentally friendly. And also, as somebody who is deployed and went to Kuwait and Iraq, there were sometimes we had to conserve on water, like 5-minute showers. We had to turn the shower on, wash our bodies, and then turn the shower back on. Like, it was a lot. So I understand it, but it's just like, y'all ain't doing it because y'all just doing it because y'all ass is nasty. And I just don't believe, I don't know, like, girl, y'all walk around here, y'all got mushrooms growing on y'all kneecaps. I can't deal. I'm not gonna deal. I don't understand it. And the conversation was so weird because they really didn't have a good reason to say they don't wash their legs. And it's just really like, girl, I hope y'all washing legs. I hope y'all ain't just letting the soap hit y'all feet. Because I know if you ain't washing your legs, you damn sure ain't washing your feet. Let's talk about Laqueesha, the movie. White walkers have decided that it's important to tell a perspective of a white man trying to get ahead, trying to work and climb up the system of chaos. And in this chaos control, sis is a funny person, white person who gives great advice, but he said he can't find a job at the radio stations because he's not a person of color or a black person. So he sees an ad for radio whatever thing, and it's exclusive for black folks. Minstrel show written all over it. Honestly, y'all could have had Tiffany Haddish play this role.
I'm dead, y'all. I done fell out. I'm dead.
And he does this black woman voice, and he's giving advice, and everybody just like, yeah, Laqueesha, come on. Just very tired, trash. I think it was a marketing scheme that Todd came up to come to us with the bullshit. I think that they honestly knew it was gonna be trash, but they knew it was gonna talk about it, and it was gonna drag it, and people are still gonna watch it. Like, let me tell you something. Cancel culture is not no real shit. It's not real. It's something that we came up with to make ourselves feel good about, like, ending something within our own right. Like, I have the power to say, I'm not buying any more smart water from Glacier. Or whoever, God to you, or who are they folks here? Like, I have the power. But, like, even if I was to tell all of my black and brown folks to stop, there's still a lot of white folks who still gonna get out and support just because we ain't doing it. Like, we see that with these elections and stuff. We see that all the time. So it's just, we don't have the power completely to like counsel somebody. It's just not. Like, you see the same thing that happened with Kevin Hart, and he did all that. And these other artists, like Taylor Swift's basically copying Beyonce's whole thing, and she still had a lot of views. And the same thing with MixedIsh, so we don't have the powers to do that. Like, yeah, it's power in numbers and stuff, but girl, we're talking about systems. I forgot what I was talking about that quick. So everybody jumped the week of doing videos, tweeting about it, just gave them more publicity and more of that. I'm not against, like, folks talking about it and stuff, but it's just like, sometimes the best thing to do is just to not talk about it, or not talk about it right then and there. Like I think that these people are starting to learn that if they put out something like this, it's still gonna give them a lot of, like, attention. Sometimes big ass attention is still good attention. Like, it's just like, girl, y'all clicking, y'all doing it. Like, we have to talk about, like, the long term of afterwards, like what happens after that. But it's just, they got the attention they want, and they probably gonna still go forward with that. Like, just like, these white folks got money, they gonna make this movie happen. How do I feel about watching it? It turned me off. It's just, I just couldn't believe it. But in the same breath, I'm like, there's a white Instagram personality named Landon Ramon or something that's doing the same caricature bullshit anyway. You have black men out here doing the same thing. Everybody is making money off black women stereotypes, but black women. And even like I have to put myself on the chopping block, even when we talk about Tiffany Haddish is out here performing and doing whatever, she's getting dragged for that. She's getting dragged for that. So honestly, nobody should be able to do it. And I honestly, like, I feel a certain type of way because I feel like Tiffany Haddish can do it, but she has to be strategic in doing it. Sis ain't been strategic, passing out chicken and then telling folks that she can't talk about all these problems and stuff because she didn't go to college. Like, it's just way too much for me. And how she threw Monique under the bus, I ain't here for Tiffany Haddish. But it's just amazing that so many people are profiting off of black women, but black women. And it's just, it's tiring, disgusted, have nothing to say, dust. I won't be seeing, I hope you don't see it, and I hope it doesn't come to a theater, but I don't trust this, I don't trust folk, I don't trust white folk, I don't. Speaking of white people, let's talk about MixedIsh. MixedIsh dropped a trailer. Rainbow's mother, we gotta explain how Rainbow's mother gradually became lighter over time. I've already did a full video about MixedIsh, how I felt about it. MixedIsh is a show that is going to be a spin-off of Blackish. Y'all remember Blackish with Anthony Anderson and Tracy Ellis Ross. And it's supposed to be following Rainbow's character, her dealing with dark-skinned folks bullying her in middle school. Like, it's just, oh my gosh, let me tell you something. I know everybody's experience is different, but when I was in high school and middle school, light-skinned people were put up on pedestals, and they're still doing that. Like, light-skinned shit was some real-ish. And I knew it was not right. I knew it wasn't right when I heard my grandmother refer to lighter-skinned folks as beautiful skin tone and good hair. Like, I knew that shit was not right. Like, I was dealing with other anti-black stuff, but that, I knew it wasn't right. And I remember that a lot of popular girls were lighter skinned, or ambiguous, racially ambiguous. I remember that, so it's just hard for me to see like that. And it's so funny, ABC. It's so funny to see ABC, because I think I said NBC earlier. It's so funny to see you all now find roles for dark-skinned people. Y'all finally cast some dark-skinned folks and they are the villain. Girl, like, it's just garbage. I won't be watching it. Even me seeing all the negative conversations about it, when I went to the YouTube channel, there were a lot of positive folks were saying that this is good. Not saying that lighter skinned people do not have a story to tell or of what they experienced, but we've seen it so much. And why are we always seeing interracial relationships being depicted by white and black? Why can't we have a Latinx person with an Asian person? Or why does it always have to be white centered? And it reminds me of Euphoria, which Zendaya is playing in, which I'm excited about seeing that show. I'm excited about seeing that, but I'm not excited about seeing Zendaya chase no white woman. I'm just a white girl. I'm not interested in that. But I want to support my good sis. So MixedIsh, how I feel about it, I think it's complete garbage. I think y'all need to go back to the drawing board. Honestly, this is the wheel that keeps churning out this type of content. We've seen that with Grownish. They don't have any dark skinned leads on there. Everybody over there has to pass a paper brown bag test to be on the show. And if you look at Blackish, was already MixedIsh. All the cast that are on Blackish, majority of them are mixed. Tracy Ellis Ross is mixed. Yara, I think of her name, is mixed. The light-skinned older boy is mixed. The younger light-skinned boy is mixed. The baby is mixed. The only person that's not is the dark-skinned girl, which y'all tried to do a colorism episode and failed. Like, it does not surprise me. And the writer or creator of Blackish is married to a white woman. And I keep trying to tell people, there is this direct correlation with these folks who are here putting out this content and have a white partner. Like, it's like y'all find these black folks to do this, but what are their gaze when they're looking at black folks? How do they look at black people? And sometimes, more than often, they have a white partner. It's the same thing with people having problems with how RuPaul does drag race when it comes to black drag queens. He's in a relationship with a white man. The same thing with the guy who wrote Dear White People. His boyfriend is white. Like, y'all have to look at that shit. Ain't nobody saying interracial relationships are bad, but sis, if your lens is looking at black people as a problem and you're looking more like out of a white lens, I don't trust you to come out with black content. I'm not upset at Tracy Ellis Ross. I don't give a damn about Anthony Anderson, but I'm questioning what is y'all reason for doing this? Why was Rainbow's mother not dark skinned in the show Blackish? Why is she all of a sudden? Because I'm thinking that's because it's centered around whiteness. And now that we're gonna talk about this interracial stuff, we're gonna talk about mixed kids, we have to have a dark skinned mother. And that's played by Tika Sumpter. Like, it's just, I ain't here for it. I don't want to see it. I hate to see it. I'm not interested in no way, shape, or form. Y'all tell me what y'all feel about it. But girl, it's a chopping block for me. I don't think we need any more of this. I need to see some dark-skinned women in different type of shapes, sizes, and colors, and everything. I need to see some dark-skinned women come, and I don't need to see no dark-skinned woman messing around with no white man in no broom closet. I want to see some strong, dark-skinned women in relationship with other dark-skinned men. I'm tired of this. We've seen this dark-skinned father with the light-skinned mother with so many shows. We've seen this with Martin. We've seen this with the Proud Family. So many other shows where you have a dark-skinned, male and the woman is light-skinned. Like, it's just, I would like to see more. Like, I want to say diversity, but y'all don't even understand the definition of that, so I don't even trust it either. But let me know if you be watching MixedIsh. Tell me what you think about it. Let me know in the comments. So since we're talking about MixedIsh a little bit, let's talk about Ayesha Curry and some of the things that's been going on. Y'all know I did a video, a live stream talking about her when she went on the the Red Table Talk, and she with the other family members, and she's talking about her relationship, her marriage, and how she felt, And I think the saddest thing about the whole situation was all these folks are married or engaged, and they just didn't seem happy when they were talking about their relationship. Like, they just didn't seem happy. And I appreciate him being vulnerable, especially Ayesha Curry. I appreciate her being vulnerable in that moment, in that very moment, whatever was going on. But I like Ayesha. I'm glad she seems like she's getting therapy and all that type of stuff, but I have some questions for my Ayesha Curry, because now there's been an interview where she said that she doesn't feel like she's black enough. I feel like Ayesha probably needs to do some soul searching, and I don't know how to necessarily talk about it. Like, this is some of the stuff she had to say. She basically just talked about her upbringing. She talked about her mother being Jamaican and her father being Polish and African American. And she was talking about she was born in Canada and all that. She's basically just been having conversations with her daughters about them being black, because I guess folks have told their kids they're not black. And you're saying that no, you're descendants from Africa and you have melanin. Like, I appreciate that. I think that, Ayesha is giving me mixed-ish teas, and where she feels like some people have bullied her. This is my thing to light-skinned folks. Your feelings are definitely valid, but I think what the issue is that y'all are placing the anger towards the wrong people. And it needs to be placed towards white folks and white supremacy, which is the same thing. And why do we feel like a person who has lighter skin or hazel eyes or whatever, or green eyes, why do we feel like they are more desirable? And we need to look at society, because this stuff is not just, colorism isn't exclusive just to black folks. You can look at certain parts of Asia, like when you're watching shows and stuff, even anime, like, these characters are lighter. Like, even if the news anchors and stuff, and the most the most actresses and stuff that be in certain parts of Asia that be famous and stuff, they be lighter. Like, you have folks selling bleaching cream in Jamaica and certain parts of Africa. Like, this, white supremacy is all over the country. Like, everybody wants to be as close as whiteness as possible. And why is that? Because we've been taught that this is the standard, this is what you need to be, and not that our skin is not beautiful. So I understand her feelings, I understand what she's going through, but I'm just like, Ayesha, you have a enormous platform, and you need to really probably speak and do some more research and understanding colorism, because you can talk about this. Like, you can talk about this. Like she was saying, I appreciate, I'm interested at this point now to read a book about Ayesha Curry at this point. And I want her to take this and use her platform and probably set up with some other dark-skinned women and talk about this, in a better way that Oprah did with her stuff. But I'm interested in it. I think it can be done in that type of way versus in a white gaze when it comes to mixed-ish. But I feel for good sis. I feel for her. Hey, we got a lot of of catching up to do. Like, we had a lot of things to talk about, so this video was so long, I had to split it up. So check out part 2 right now on kinkareese.com.